إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد، أرحب بكم جميعا أيها الأحبة. I would like to welcome all of you once again, my dear beloved family members, brothers, sisters, sons and daughters. We continue بإذن ta'ala reading from the majalis of Shahr Ramadan of our noble Shaykh al-Allama Muhammad ibn Salih ibn Uthaymeen rahimahullah ta'ala wa ghafara lahu wa liwalidayhi wa lil-muslimina wal-muslimat. Ameen. Before that, I would like to announce a change in the time, because Maghrib is coming very close to the class time here in Atlanta, Georgia. So inshallah the class will be at 8:40 p.m. from tomorrow, especially some people are fasting and they don't have enough time to balance that time. So from tomorrow, inshallah, we're going to start the classes at 8:40 p.m. Eastern time, inshallah ta'ala. درس ومجلس آخر في أقسام الناس في الصيام. In this chapter, the Shaykh is going to mention the 10 categories of people when it comes to fasting, meaning those who fast, those who don't fast, those who it's obligatory for them to fast, and all of that, inshallah ta'ala. قال الشيخ رحمه الله تعالى: قال: قد سبق وذكرنا أن فرض الصيام كان في أول الأمر على مرحلتين، ثم استقرت أحكام الصيام. He said, we did mention before that the fasting, the obligation of fasting was in 2 stages. And then he ends up with being obligatory to fast. Because the first stage was those who fast is better. Those who choose not to fast, they feed a per person for each day. But then that ruling was abrogated, and for many people, and fasting became obligatory upon us. قال: فكان الناس في هذا في الصوم أقساما 10. So the Shaykh says, people, when it comes to fasting, you can put them into 10 categories. القسم الأول, the first category: المسلم البالغ العاقل المقيم القادر السالم من الموانع. The first category is the Muslim who reached the age of puberty, have his sanity, resident, not traveling, able to fast, and free from some things that make a person not to fast. Once again, in this category, the Shaykh is like for the Muslim who is reached the puberty, have sanity, resident, not traveling, able to fast, and free from certain means that usually prevent certain people from fasting. قال: فيجب عليه صوم رمضان أداء في وقته لدلالة الكتاب والسنة والإجماع على ذلك. People in this category is obligatory upon them to fast day by day in Ramadan. They fast every day of Ramadan because of the text from Quran and the Sunnah and the consensus of the Ummah on that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان فمن شهد منكم الشهر فليصمه. The month of Ramadan in which was revealed the Quran, a guidance for mankind and clear proofs for the guidance and the criterion between right and wrong. So whoever of you sights the crescent of the month of Ramadan must observe the fast, the Sawm, that month. أين وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم كما في صحيح البخاري صحيح مسلم إذا رأيتم الهلال فصوموا. Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم says, if you see the crescent of the month of Ramadan, fast, meaning began the month. The month begins. Month of Ramadan. قال وأجمع المسلمون على وجوب الصيام أداء على من وضحنا. Likewise, it says the Muslims, ulama and Muslims in general, they all agreed that fasting is an obligation upon such people. فأما الكافر فلا يجب عليه الصيام. And we're still in the first category, okay? As a kafir, he's not obliged to fast. ولا يصح منه, even if the kafir fast, he's not accepted, it's not correct. لأنه ليس أهل للعبادة. Because he's not a person that ibadah is accepted from. Allah does not accept from the kuffar. لكن إذا أسلم الكافر أثناء شهر رمضان لم يلزمه قضاء الأيام الماضية. لقوله تعالى في سورة الأنفال قل للذين كفروا إن ينتهوا يغفر لهم ما قد سلف. The Shaykh, he says, however, now, if the disbeliever become a Muslim and accept Islam in a day of the days of Ramadan, he doesn't have to make up the previous days from Ramadan. Let's say a non-Muslim accept Ramadan on the 17th of Ramadan, for example, or the 18th. So they don't have to make up the days that already passed in that month. Okay? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Anfal, in Surah 38, say to those who have disbelieved, if they cease from disbelief, they give up disbelief and accept Tawheed, their past will be forgiven. Allahu Akbar. Their past will be forgiven. وإن أسلم في أثناء يوم منه لزمه إمساك بقية اليوم لأنه صار من أهل الوجوب حين وقت وجوب الإمساك. The Shaykh said, but if a non-Muslim, a kafir, accepted Islam during the day, not at night, during the day, let's say he became a Muslim at Maghrib, at Dhuhr, morning, at Asr, then at that time he is to be taught that he will fast from that moment until Maghrib. Okay? القسم الثاني تعال إدريس. القسم الثاني, the second category here, الصغير, the child. فلا يجب عليه الصيام حتى يبلغ. A child, there is no obligation upon a child, he or she, until they reach the age of puberty. until they reach the age of puberty. وذلك لقول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. This is for the statement of the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. رفع القلم عن ثلاثة. The pen is lifted on 3, meaning they are not being accountable for what they do. عن النائم حتى يستيقظ. The person in a state of sleep, when a person sleep until they wake up. وعن الصغير حتى يكبر. On the child until he grows, he become grown up, meaning by reaching the age of puberty. وعن المجنون حتى يفيق. And on the person who lost his faculty of mind until he regained them. Okay? This collected by Imam Ahmad, Abu Dawud والنسائي, and they declared صحيح by الحاكم. قال لكن يأمره وليه بالصوم إذا أطاقه تمرينا له على الطاعة ليألفها بعد بلوغ اقتداء بالسلف الصالح رضي الله عنهم. However, he says, if we have children that they under age of puberty, first of all, we learn that it's not obligatory upon them to fast, and nobody should make it obligatory upon them to fast. However, their parents or their guardians should encourage them, inshallah ta'ala, to fast, especially if they see from them a desire to fast and ability, so that they can get used to this great act of worship. Okay? So sometimes children 8 years old, 7, they fast a day or 2. Then next year they may fast 5 or 7 days. Next year may fast half of it. وهكذا, so that when they reach the age of puberty, it becomes easy for them, because it's already something that they already, mashallah, they've done for a few years. Couple years they've been fasting a day here and 2, few days in here. Some children may even fast most of Ramadan, subhanAllah. Some of them, before age of puberty, they fast the whole Ramadan, mashallah. And also doing this, meaning encouraging the children to fast, even though it's not obligatory upon them, but with the condition that they are able, and you don't force them. Also, if you do that, you're following the way of the Salaf al-Salih, Sahaba Ridwanullahi alayhim. فقد كان الصحابة رضوان الله عليهم يصومون أولادهم وهم صغار ويذهبون إلى المسجد فيجعلون لهم اللعبة من العهن، أي من الصوف أو نحوه، فإذا بكوا من فقد الطعام أعطوهم اللعبة يتلهون بها. Shaykh said the Sahaba, they used to encourage their children to fast while they were still young, under age of puberty, and they take them with them to the masjid, and they give them some toys to play with. Okay, they have some toys. If those children, they cry because they're hungry, they give them some toys, and so they can busy them a little bit. Okay. قال وكثير من الأولياء اليوم يغفلون عن هذا الأمر ولا يأمرون أولادهم بالصيام، بل إن بعضهم يمنع أولادهم من الصيام مع رغبتهم فيه يزعم أن ذلك رحمة بهم. He said, and unfortunately in our days, many parents and guardians, they don't practice this great act here. They don't encourage nor command their children to fast. Some of them, they even prevent their children from fasting. You send some children, mashallah, they want to fast, and the parents say, no, don't fast. Still a little. And then they think that being merciful to them, that's why they don't let them fast. والحقيقة أن رحمتهم هي القيام بواجب تربيتهم على شعائر الإسلام وتعاليمه القيمة، فمن منعهم من ذلك أو فرط فيه كان ظالما لهم ولنفسه أيضا. Actually, so the reality, if somebody wants to have mercy for their children upon his children, should teach them the deen and nurture them and cultivate them upon the teachings of this beautiful religion of Islam. That's what you show real mercy, because you're inviting them to be on the path of Allah. So anyone who prevents them from trying to practice the religion, he's negligent.